America is a land of heroes. This is a place where greatness is born, where destinies are forged, and where legends come to life. This is the country where children learn names like Wyatt Earp, Davy Crockett, and Annie Oakley. And ladies and gentlemen, our ancestors built the most exceptional republic ever to exist in all of human history, and we are making it greater than ever before.
You know, that was my favorite part of the whole speech at the end there, where he talked about our heritage, our history, and our values. We've gotten away from all of that increasingly in this environment. There's this shame associated with America's past and America's present. And what he did was tell America we should be proud of who we are. And as someone who's a student of history, I agree with that. You have to study your past to understand your present and to predict the future. No one should be ashamed of where we've come from. We have a great story. It's what makes us who we are as Americans, and he celebrated that tonight. So for me, this was the most special moment of the evening. I mean, aside from all the great moments of the family being reunited, and of course Rush Limbaugh getting that Medal of Freedom. Very, very touching stuff. The 2-year-old girl who now has a new chance at life. Joining me right now with his reaction to everything, Turning Point USA founder and author of the upcoming book, MAGA Doctrine, Charlie Kirk. Charlie, it's good to see you. What'd you think? I mean, you know, Annie Oakley, that's a name that I haven't heard in a while. But, you know, Davy Crockett, I mean, as Americans, like, we should be proud of all that. And we've gotten away from our foundation and our history.
It was a beautiful speech, the best State of the Union in my lifetime, definitely. And it was wonderful for a variety of reasons. First off, he was able to appreciate our country's history, as you so aptly pointed out, while weaving in personal narratives from veterans, from people that are struggling firsthand and have benefited thanks to Donald Trump's decisions of school choice and economic empowerment. And it was an appreciation of heroes and an aspiration to excellence. And I personally was getting rather irritated and frustrated with Democrats that would not applaud such basic, agreeable accomplishments of this administration, such as, we want to end the war on AIDS. We are going to win the war against cancer. Lowest ever disabled unemployment. It's almost as if the Democrats had hatred for Donald Trump that superseded their love of America. It was a brilliant speech. And for the next couple days, you're going to hear candidates, politicians, and media experts say that Donald Trump is trying to divide America. The Democrats boycotted this speech. They booed him during his speech and hissed him throughout his speech, and Nancy Pelosi tore up his speech. Tell me again who's dividing America. I think it's the Democrats.
Yeah, now, and by the way, let's not forget the elephant in the room, right? They impeached him. They impeached him, and you know, Charlie, they've been trying from the very beginning, right? I mean, the minute he won, he didn't win. It was the Russians that rigged it for him. I mean, to listen to Hillary Clinton, you'd think that the Russians broke into the Diebold voting machines and literally changed the votes. Dare I say that, because somebody's going to pick that up, and they'll be going with that one. But honestly, that's how it sounded, right? So he stole the election, then he was a Russian agent. They resorted to racism for a while, and then, you know, he's a chauvinist, this, that, and the other because of Kavanaugh. Then we wound up at Ukraine. Now we're at impeachment. He's going to be acquitted. And I don't think we've ever seen anything like it. I don't know if we ever will see anything like it.
Well, I totally and completely agree. So here's the 72 hours of President Trump winning and the Democrats doing, I don't know what you could call it. They can't count their results in Iowa. He does not mention this entire impeachment circus or the unconstitutional special counsel of Bob Mueller, which, remember, last year during the other State of the Union, he was still under special investigation of Bob Mueller. So he won that and was completely acquitted from that in the last year. but ignores it completely. And you saw Adam Schiff and Jerry Nadler there smirking, almost waiting for President Trump to bring up their unconstitutional impeachment, and he did not give it to him. Instead, he was optimistic, he was aspirational, he was positive, he was clear, and now tomorrow he'll be acquitted on those ridiculous charges. I'll tell you, it was an amazing speech, and the response from Middle America is overwhelming that our country is back. And his agenda, and I call it the MAGA doctrine, is about the revitalization of our country through our urban communities, through our veterans, and as you said at the beginning, retelling our heritage and our story. The Democrats are ashamed of our past and are trying to create a future that is just unconscionable and should not be tolerated. This speech was a complete and total win all across the board.
And don't forget, he had Juan Guaido, the person we recognize as the president of Venezuela,
That's right.
there, and called out Nicolas Maduro and that socialist regime that has resulted in so much poverty and so much despair for an entire population. That is the direction we don't want to go in. Charlie, it's really good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for all the insight.